Live at 4. Let's look at the store. We do have some interesting offers today. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. First things first, there is a poll on Facebook. We just got an in-game notification where you can vote for either Stature or Wasp. I'm going to be voting for Stature because she is a newer character, and a Wasp is people are making like hybrid teams in Alliance War, and they're taking out Wasp and they're putting in like Vision, which is interesting. That way they spawn with defense up. And then, Stature's a new character. So I'm pretty sure people will vote for that, but that's who I'm voting for. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to play out for a Blitz. Also, I wanted to talk about the offer from yesterday. There was a response from the developers and customer support in response to this orb right here. We'll talk about this was an orb of it was $50. And it was a 6-star red draft for Brawler. And if you bought the orb, you would have got equal chance of these characters right here of getting a 6-star. Now, if the picture shows an Elite 6 orb right here. This is a picture of an Elite 6 orb. And if this was an Elite 6 orb, if there was a duplicate, you would be awarded Elite 7 credits. But instead, here you're awarded, like, let's say you pulled you already have a 6 red star Wolverine in your account, and you bought this offer and it duplicated the 6 red Wolverine, you would be awarded 7,500 Elite 4 credits. And that's not the way that an Elite 6 would work. And so I don't disagree with the customer service response in that it says, please decide that only duplicates from Elite Red Star orbs will be converted to higher Elite credits when the rest will only be converted to Elite 4 credits. While we won't be able to provide compensation as the offer is working as designed, I'll make sure to pass the feedback on to the team. And that is my issue. My issue with this offer is I kind of suspected that that's the way this orb worked, and other orbs like this have worked that way in the past. My issue is that this is a confusing offer at best. Some people will go to the extreme and say it's misleading. I don't know. It's confusing at best because the picture shows an elite 6. So I'm just going on with this. I'm going to show why. Then down here we've got, right here it says massive mutant orb. Clearly War Machine is not an orb. For how long have the mega orb offers showed characters that were not in the mega orbs? This has been going on for weeks. And then right here, Mega Orb Bundle, and we're going to review this in offer review. Actually, I do like this offer right here. It shows 180 right here and a Coulson orb. And then it says, save over 90%, receive 50 to 100 shards of a marquee character. And I would interpret, is that Coulson the marquee character? What's going on here? If I spend $15, am I going to get 50 to 100? Is the art wrong? No, it's what they're referring to is the Mega Orb. The Mega Orb will give 50 to 100 shards of a marquee character, and that should be obvious, but it's not. Like I said, this offer is confusing at best, and so I did change. And I just like that Stature Wasp thing. I'm not telling anybody what to do. You guys can make your own decisions, but I did change my rating in this game to 2 stars. It was 3 stars, and I probably, depending on how things go, several times a week, the offers and store pictures do not like with the actual offers or the text. This would take someone 3 minutes to review before it goes live. It just seems like every day we're catching something in some way that's kind of weird. It feels bad that QA is a thing. And then lastly, I just want to acknowledge a post on Reddit. Most hero collector games, unlocking a new character is a high point. And what this is right here, someone unlocked Jubilee, and Jubilee event just ended right now. Congratulations to everybody that unlocked Jubilee. And also congratulations to everybody that got Nick Fury. Nick Fury just went to 3 stars and now is in the tabs. And we'll talk about that a lot more here. But unlocking a new character is a high point, and they go through and talk about unlocking Jubilee and then not getting the red stars, and then basically Jubilee is a useless character to them because they were unable to get red stars. And like right now we have Iceman back in the red star orbs, which is interesting. And I agree. I think there's some problems with the red star system, and I think it'd feel better if we were awarded more promotion credits and gave us more agency The problem, I mean, this is not a new problem. This is a 2-year-old problem that we've been talking about with red stars. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that post. I thought it was insightful by Turtles Bacon Pie. What a name. Okay, so we're going to do offer review. Now, they have a lot of these core offers, and I just want to say I actually don't mind this this core event after they changed it, and also because they gave 100 cores away. But keep in mind that the individual rewards are really just meaningless. It's really about the alliance, and to max out the alliance rewards, everybody in them and the alliance has to average 650 cores per day, which is not reasonable for most people. Most people only spend 250 cores per day, but they got the 100 cores extra from the daily login, so they get 350 core days, and you should be getting some decent rewards. And like I say, bonus stuff is bonus stuff. Literally, you can play the game the way that you normally do and not worry about all that other stuff and get all this extra stuff. It's actually not so terrible. I think what was out of place is that 300 cores is a lot, and initially when it came out it was 500 cores. It seems absurd, but now that they've kind of repositioned everything, it kind of makes more sense now. But it just seems weird that they would like, oh, here's an event, spend 5,000 cores a day, you know, whatever, like $65 or whatever that is, $70. Oof, especially right now when we've got all this stuff going on with the game. I don't know. But I'm saying is that the event, now that it's been modified, to me, it's not as bad as I initially thought, especially after the changes were made. I'm actually quite okay with it. I mean, I'm not spending any differently than I normally do, and some of my alliance mates go crazy, and we're going to probably max out our rewards, and I'll get that new Elite 5 that does not have minions. I can't wait to open that. Someone told me that those even have 7s in there. Anyways, Premium Orb Draft. Let's do the valuation on this. Keep in mind that anytime you're spending cores right now, and yesterday got a lot of comments about how there's no confirmation on these core purchases. My understanding is that customer service will refund you one time on that, but I still wish that there was a confirmation on core purchases. Like if I accidentally bought this for 900 cores, I would actually be very upset because I don't see the value in this. Premium orbs, I personally value premium orbs at $1 a piece. So $2, $3, $4, $3 to me is only, oh God, how much is $3? 200 cores. So this seems to be extremely overpriced in my opinion. Let's keep moving down. Armory 14 orb offer. Actually, I would be scooping this up if it was an Armory 15, but the 14s to me don't have a lot of value because they're available in the Doom campaign 1, 2, and 3. And I understand that not everybody can get through the Doom 1, 2, and 3, but for a lot of people, the scarcity is not there. They've eased up on the scarcity on the 14. They're technically available in the Doom campaign. We still don't have access to 13s. A lot of discussion about the 13s, and the 15s I think actually should be scarce. I mean, that's a function of Doom, and it's just if you want to get Doom early, you know, there's a high price to be paid, and eventually they'll ease up the 15s as time goes on, just like they eased up the 14s. But don't see value on this because these pieces are farmable. Let's move on. Daily orb bundle. I value training material orbs at $2 a piece, premium orbs at $1 a piece, so $3 value. $3 of value is about 200 cores. No bueno to me. Now this is the one that I've been buying every day, and I give a shout out to Sith Lord Fluffy. Where let me explain the valuation on this. If you do the 50 refreshes, and I do personally the 50 refreshes, not only in campaign energy but also the ISO 8 store. So the 50 cores, you know, and then you get like 120 energy, and I do that, and you know, I get through my activities. And some people go to the 100 cores, and I'm going to say that this is a better deal than the 100. So if you're a person that goes to the 100s, this is going to be a better deal because it's under 200 cores for the same amount of energy, and you get the extra blitz energy. And right now it's an off blitz. It's a legacy character blitz right now, but on Thursday there will be an Iceman blitz. And so what's happening, and Sith Lord Fluffy brought it up to me, if you buy this, it'll just sit there. Like I'm already have above 500 energy. He was telling me that he had 800 energy by buying this core. So this is a good value. I'm going to buy it. If you have ever gone to the 100s, if you're a person that only does the 50s, this is not a good value. But if you're a person that's considered the 100s, this is a good value. Again, look at this. No confirmation. Just poof, in your account, cores gone. Really bothers me. What if that was the 1,000 core thing for T3s, which have very little to no value for me? Orange gear, no, not purchasing. We talked about this. I'm not a fan of this. just because this does, if you get a duplicate, this awards elite fours rather than the elite sixes. Or the elite sevens, whatever it is. You don't get what you would think it would award the elite sevens, but it doesn't. Anyways, because of the way that the picture is. So I'm not a fan of this. If you're a super Kraken or a baby Kraken, or not a baby Kraken, how do I word that? If you're a heavy spender new to the game, this actually might be an okay deal for you, but I can't get into it. I wouldn't buy this. I'm not recommending. I'm not going to buy it. Let's move on. Massive Mutant Orb. Obviously, this is not a mutant. This is War Machine. These orbs right here have a minimum of 6, maximum of 180. They average 9 shards. I don't like this. This is their new microtransaction. I was more of a fan when they had the like $1 for 50 shards or $2 for 50 shards. I thought that was a great deal. This does not do it for me right now. I mean, this is their new microtransactions. If 9 War Machine shards is worth $1 to you, go for it. That's going to be the average on that particular orb. Let's move on. Mega Orb Bundle. Now, I do like this offer, but there's some issues that I have with this altogether. First things first, Mega Orbs are amazing for new players. These are where they have actually good characters in there, right? And I value the Mega Orbs at $5. They've sold them for $5 from the past. They try to sell them every day in the store for $20. They're not worth $20. That's when I stream 1, 2, 3 trash. But for me, these are at least worth $5. Even as someone that's been playing the game for a little bit, and I would likely to get a duplicate, it's still worth it to me. Now, these Mega Orbs may have a higher value to you. It's just, to me, it's likely to be Ultima's food and just get recycled, and it's going to be a duplicate. But at a minimum, they're worth $5. I just think they're great. $5. Coulson. Now, this does give 180 Coulson. Never mind this. This is about the Mega Orb. It does give 180 Coulson. So this is a function of Nick Fury. Now, I do think in Marvel Strike Force math, 180 Coulson shards for $10 is worth it. The problem that people have with Coulson is that he is a defensive war character, and you're pretty much just buying him, and the full benefit of him is only going to be on defensive war. You don't even actually get to see it. And actually, one of my favorite hybrid teams right now is Nick Fury Coulson with the 3 Inhumans. That would be Black Bolt, Yo-Yo, and Crystal. I actually got a defensive win on that yesterday. It always feels good. The team does well. So this guy is a defensive war god, and he also kind of complements the optimal Nick Fury Coulson shield team. That being said, that's it. You're not going to be able to play this guy. But if you just unlock Nick Fury, fine. This is great. I actually think this is a reasonable offer. 180 character shards for $10. Sure. Marvel Strike Force terms, that's a good value. Let's move on. Jade Giantess offer She-Hulk, boy. Oof. All right. I mean, this was a character that didn't impress a lot of people. I think she's better than people thought, but she was probably one of the most underwhelming characters. 50 character shards for $30. I'm gonna have to say no. She's not available anywhere right now, but that's okay. You just use Namor. I don't know. I guess technically she does make the team better, but I imagine that people are going to be breaking up that team anyways. There might be, I just want to say this, there might be some sort of, and I don't know if this has been fully tested yet, but Doom teams, and Doom has some synergy with Fantastic Four. Maybe there's going to be some optimal team with She-Hulk and Invisible Woman and Doom. I don't know, but this is definitely a nuanced niche character that I don't see the value of spending $29 for 50 character shards. Zemo! Ooh. What can I say about Zemo? The ruiner of fun in RTA. How does it feel when you have to use She-Hulk as your daily objective, and you have a 10,000 power She-Hulk? So you put She-Hulk on your team, and you load into battle, and your opponent is playing Zemo, and your She-Hulk blows up before the match even starts. This guy is the destroyer of fun. So as far as RTA goes, there's a couple key characters that make RTA work, if you will. Zemo is one of those. Probably Zemo is best known for our offense in our Alliance War, but also for RTA, Destroyer of Fun. I know people really hate this guy. And then there's also Emma and Phoenix, right? I think those characters are kind of, there's some others. But anyways, this guy is the Destroyer of Fun. He just blows up your low power characters that you need for your daily objectives. Boy, I I think that's also why they're going to change the backing out thing. I think for a lot of people, they run into a Zemo and they want to have the option to back out of the battle without the penalty, and I get that. So is this worth 50 character shards for $30? You decide. I've got Zemo in right here in 6-star land, and I would let him develop to 7 stars naturally. I kind of leave characters alone when they get stars. I find 6-star characters very playable at 6 stars, and because it's 300 to go from 6 to 7, I just let that happen on its own. If this helps you unlock Zemo and you're going to use him in war, if you think war is important, typically I don't recommend 50 character shards for $30 unless it's a character that helps you unlock a legendary character. So that being said, I don't know if this is one that I would pick, but do what you got to do. Let's move on. Superior basic catalog offer. I can't get behind this, man. When a character needs 2,400 of these to go from 0 to 15, or even to go from 14 to 15, another 1,000. Also, in the letter to the community, Sridhar mentioned that they're going to lax up on these pieces right here. So, well, this is not laxed up. I mean, if it's $25 for 1,000 pieces, maybe I could get that, because then you at least could go from 14 to 15. But for people that spent all their resources in Dark Dimension 3 before going to DD4, and then they actually were able to get the 15s, I know a lot of people have had to buy these. It's not a good value at all. It's not a good value. Same. Not a good value. This is crack and snack only, man. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this stuff. Anyways, ISO 8 energy calendar. This is, I don't buy this. If you refresh 50s, this is not a good value. But if you refresh the 100s, this is a good value. I'm going to move on. It's not something I'm interested in buying. Silver promotion credit offer. 10 silver promotion credits for $3 does fall into line to the $15 for 50 silver promotion credits, which is their average pricing, their C- pricing. It's better than the $30 for 50 silver promotion credits. I'm not going to pick this up, but I do think they sell a lot of these, and I think a lot of people buy it. It's like a C offer. It's fine. Let's move on. Premium ISO 8 offer. I'm not in the market for ISO 8 because the bottleneck for me is ions. Ions, I don't recommend this offer. This is quite expensive still, but I have bought this in the past and absolutely have bought this many times. I've recently completely redid my my ISO on my Axeman. I think there's 2 correct builds on that team. I think I've talked about it before, and I've been toggling between the 2, and that sucked up a lot of ISO, and I've only been keeping them at 3. So let's move on. Heroic deal. This is only good if you're pushing for level 80 and or if there's a double drop. Otherwise, it's a very ordinary offer. Let's move on. Orb draft. Okay, this is the one that I buy. Red stars I value at $1.50. Premium orbs I value at $1. Training orbs I value at $2. Basic orbs, probably right around $1, a little under $1. So this is the one that is not the watermelon ability orb. So I like this offer. I'm going to be pretty much happy with anything I get for the $1. All those items are worth at least $1 or maybe a little bit more. You know, if I get a red star or training orb, I'm ahead. So this is the only, I mean, I do buy this when I see it. And actually what I'm personally hoping for is the training materials. Let's see what we get. I'm probably least excited if I get the 14 basic orbs or the premium orb, but it is what it is. And we'll see what we get. It hasn't come up yet. It takes a little bit lately. All right, I got the basic orbs. Okay, so we'll see what we get with that. Sometimes we pull 5 character shards of something useful. All right, special orb draft. What this is I value gold orbs at $2 a piece, training orbs at $2 a piece also, so $4 of value. Premium orbs I value at $1 a piece. So I purchased this if it did, but I would be upset if I got the gold orb, so I'm not going to buy it. Let's move on. Limited time sale. At best, the gold orbs are worth $2 a piece, so $12 plus another $4. $16 does not add up to $30. Let's move on. Don't buy this unless you're doing Doom. I guess that you could buy this if you're buying Doom Raids. Doom Raids, oh boy, I got to get in and do my Doom Raid. We wanted a Doom Raid today. Boy, it's hard. Anyways, exclusive training offer. At best, I value training materials at $2 a piece, plus another $1. Total of $5 does not add up to $10. Let's move on. Pack of shame. We don't buy this anymore because we're dirty blitzers. I'm a dirty blitzer, and Sim Blitz has given me an abundance of blitz currency, and it's easier just to refresh the blitz store if I'm in a crunch to get all my abilities so I can do a full attack war. 4-4 war is what we call it. Let's move on. Nope. All right, we're at the dregs here and nothing here. No 10 for 10. Please, Scopely, bring back the 10 for 10. At least give us something for scrolling all the way down to the bottom. Let's talk about this. Yesterday, I talked about the infamous order, and technically, The infamous offer was $100 for 50 of each of these. And this is before the Kree was reworked back in the day. And that was the one that, got Seaton to quit the game and all that stuff. And so what's different today? Well, there's been a lot of power creep, and the Kree, the Nick Fury team is not as important. But the good news is that Nick Fury now is a 3-star unlock, and he is a permanent legendary event like Iron Man, meaning if once you have the necessary requirements to go into the event, you can. And I believe, so here's the deal. This right here for $35 will give you enough pieces to get to Nick Fury. Now, they have sold this for less in the past, and I don't remember it offhand, but it seems to me that they had this available for $20 or $25. But that was when Nick Fury was 5 stars. And so it's a little different now. Is Nick Fury even worth getting? No, I don't know. The team is kind of obsolete in some ways. I don't know. Like someone said, can you still use Nick Fury in DD2? It's like, oh, there's just so many other characters. There's so much stuff to do. I'm afraid it would take another character, maybe like Maria Hill, to revitalize the Nick Fury team. They need another character. They need to. The only real value I'm finding to Nick Fury right now, he's still a good character, but the main value I'm getting for Nick Fury right now is on defense in war. Nick Fury and Coulson paired up with, and that's just with the Inhumans. But anyways, if you want to go for it, technically in Marvel Strike Force world, 500 character shards for $35 is a reasonable value. But I don't know if Nick Fury will help you that much overall. When you could be focusing on, Asgardian team and Hela and Loki and working towards getting, other legendaries. I mean, there's just different paths to move on. Let's move on. Okay, let's go forward. All right, this is my secondary account, which sometimes has offers in here that are not showing up on my main account because I have over 130 characters maxed out. Okay, big boom offers. So this is Teenage Warhead. She's relatively easy to get through normal means. She does unlock 5-star X-Force, unlocks Doc Ock, but really the choke point on that team for most people is going to be X-23 because she is in the War Store, and also X-23 is a better character. I mean, she's highly playable outside of that team, where she is important, yes, but outside the team, not so much. Okay, let's toggle through it. I think we've wrapped up offer view for the day. Let me know what you think in the comment section about all of this stuff. I mean, who are you voting for in this poll? I imagine most people are going to be voting for Stature. That's what I'm going to vote for, but I don't know why would anybody vote for Wasp, but I get it. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section, and as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Boy! It's hard to get. She's hard node farmable. Well, then buy her. I didn't realize that she's hard node farmable. Okay, she's difficult. I don't know if she's more difficult. We're talking about Teenage Warhead. Sorry.